All right, one more time. The Watt Squat, Sunday Smash, breakfast crits and grits, joint start for this one. And I gotta say, I am coming into this one really worn out. Had a couple of days of frost, and one of my kids plays hockey. So I've been trying to set out an outdoor skating area for him, which means a lot of snow moving. So I basically spent all day yesterday outside, and the legs are not feeling too good. All right, so we're going up this thing 3 times. That's going to be a riot. Ow. All right. So we got 2 guys out front. Another 2 trying to bridge. All right. Everybody back together again. The thing about Scotland is, man, it's all up and down all freaking day. Ow. I got no legs. Well, somebody's pulling. One guy off the front again, and one guy chasing. All right. 3 guys out front, all but pulled back now. All right, all back together, and one guy goes. Man, I was hoping for a breather. Just look at my heart rate. I can't get nowhere close to where I'm supposed to be. but at least I know why. Well, pretty much as expected. Having a hard time. But like I said, I knew that going in. All right. So corkscrew coming up. I expect to see some rep numbers pretty much across the board, really. Well, thankfully I got a feather, so. All right. I would really love some recovery at some point here, but it's not happening so far. We keep having to close gaps, and it's starting to hurt. All right, so we got two guys up front. That green spot you're seeing up there is the guy who's dropped back. Maybe two guys, actually. But that is not the breakaway. The breakaway are the two A guys we're seeing right ahead here. Starting to hurt. But this is what I need to train. A lot of repeated short efforts. I am missing those. All right. So all back together again, for the moment at least. But yeah, I felt these. There's no doubt about that. All right. It's going to be a tough one. You look at the profile there. There's a lot of elevation coming up. My God. Wow. As always, if you enjoy watching me being destroyed on these things here, don't forget to leave me a like, possibly even give me a sub. I'd really appreciate it. Oh, I am so cooked. God, I need a rest. One lap to go. Wow. Lucky me. Well, that's a lot of short efforts, followed by some zone 4. Definitely leaving its mark. And there he is again. Mr. Jara. 9.1. Bang on and then right down to a 0. I love them stinkies. I can't get my heart rate up at all. Right, that's me gone. Or is it? That's what I got. That's all I got. Damn snow. Yeah. I can't even hit 160 in heart rate, so I'm a little disappointed right now, but to be perfectly honest, hanging on for this long kind of surprised me a little bit, so. Well, some guy up front is using Stiggy Watts like crazy, and he has been all race. Pretty sure we all know who I'm talking about. It's always kind of suspicious when you see somebody hitting 9.5 rep numbers and they just hold for a good 5 seconds. No fluctuation, and then immediately drops to 0. Basically, for those of you who don't know, that is what happens when you use an external power meter like a quart or stages or watt pedals, whatever. Something that is not a trainer. So what happens is when you go from putting out a certain watt number to a dead stop, right within a second, what happens is Swift thinks you have a disconnect. So it'll compensate and keep you at a given watt setting for a set, number of seconds, and just keep just hold it. So if you just kick it at 700 watts and then stop pedaling, yeah, well, there you go. It'll hold 700. That's why it drops to 0. That's when it picks up again and says, oh, well, he didn't drop his connection. And people just exploit that, like this guy's been doing in this race. But, yeah. Not that it's got any outcome with me. I'm just crap today. I mean, that's not his fault. It's just annoying is all. My poor performance is down to my lack of ability today. No getting around that. So I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses for myself here. I'm not. Well, that's it.